backstage.
One of the first things we'll do when we get to the top is the hand washing station. We should wash our hands. That's the thing. Oh. Yeah,
okay.
we'll move it first.
Thank you.
No, it's fine. It's just too much of a thing.
No.
Kind of offer to steal it.
Okay, yep, that's the hand washing station. So come up, wash hands, and then we can throw away the paper here when you're done. I got a funny story about my GoPro. So we were snorkeling, gotta get the right word, in the water, and I was just figuring it out. And I put it on my snorkel on the top. It had one of those full face helmets. And I didn't realize that when I was swimming like this and I'm looking around, the camera's up top and I'm not seeing a darn thing with it. So I'm like, all the fish, I was like, oh, that's a cool fish. I'm glad I got that on camera. Just top of water.
Oh yeah, because it's at the wrong. Yeah,
it's at the wrong angle, too high. And,
I have like a head one that I can wear like when I go to some places. I really like that, but yeah, sometimes like it's
like water, it makes
it gets the wrong angle, so it's too high. So I'm like missing everything. I'm like, ah.
Yeah, chest, right. The next time.
Yeah.
Just do chest and angle it just
Yeah, because
right.
I like to have it in hand. Like, I like this.
Yeah, that too, because I saw the sunfish. You know the fish that does like this and it's that weird triangle shape? Like, it's off like a second and
Be my first.
it wasn't on that camera.
Yeah.
I like to have it. It's a lot more better.
Right.
Because if it's locked in, you're missing a lot of it.
There you go. Wait, I'll get it.
We tried.
Ezra, come here. My mommy's ready.
I don't walk over the street.
This is the back side of the steel eel.
Yeah, I saw it. It's just, that's the right that's closed. That's the right.
No, this one's open.
No, it's the one that's
The other one's closed, but you don't. Where to go in? There's a mat just inside the door. It's a foot bath. That's a word. You won't get the top of your shoes wet, but just kind of scrape your feet on it for like clean off any germs we might have. We try to, because the penguins walk in, so they're gonna walk in. We don't want to get anything in the outside.
Oh, I know. I didn't see the steel eel go. I'm trying to bump actually.
Does everybody have a chair? In case those other two show us up, I don't know. I'll put one here just in case. So let's go back a little more. Okay. Change. Sorry, when you do they had an interaction before, so when they get done with that,
Are we yours ready?
yeah. I do. It's like, quick, look at this. Let's say, where's there it is. I wanted to have a nice background for the picture. So you know where you're at. Just gonna put that. Pardon me. Okay, so welcome to your penguin tour. And I want to talk to you about the 4 different kinds of penguins we have. And then we'll have one of them will come out and represent. And the trainers will come in and you can ask them a lot of really technical questions. I have some fairly good general knowledge about penguins, but they can, if you have any specific questions, they're good to talk to you about that. First one I want to talk about is the chin strap penguin. They're the least likely to come out because they're not super friendly. But the chin strap penguin, because they have that black line of feathers that comes down, they have when they're together in their groups in the wild, there's 1 million strong, maybe down to 1,000. Like they live in large groups. There's 8 million total penguins in the planet, as far as we know, surveyed. So they have large colonies, and I think they're my favorite penguin. Not to cuddle or be nice to, because they don't want to be near me. They're just like, I don't know about you. But there is one that does come in. I've seen it happen. So, but they're like, we're going to protect the colony. Like they're really family oriented. So they take care of each other. The next picture is a king penguin. If you spin in the habitat, you've seen them. The king looks like the emperor, but it's small size compared. So that's the size of a king penguin, the statues here. So they're pretty tall. The emperor comes up this tall. Pretty tall.
Yeah, 2 more.
Do it.
Get on that corner real quick, if you don't mind. And then we'll, just put it in behind there, if you don't mind, just that way, and then we'll leave it there, and then how can we?
Over here, there. I move over here.
Oh,
okay.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Okay, your show?
Yeah.
I'm just here.
Just recap you real quick. We talked about there's the chin strap penguin up here. There's a picture of it, and then the emperor penguin. Chin straps build nests. I didn't tell you that part. But emperors and kings, so that's king penguin, does not build a nest. They the mom lays eggs on the feet of the male, and the male keeps it like warm throughout the winter. And they live in hatch. Yeah. Well, seahorses too, right? So yeah, they're the ones they don't build nests, but the chin strap builds a nest. And then over here, the rockhopper penguin, they also like to build nests. They're a smaller penguin, but one of the things you see in the wild is they have those red eyes, like in the picture. When I saw them in there, the habitat, they're not red. They're kind of a brownish color. The red is like the flamingo, so it's what they eat. So they have a certain kind of shrimp or krill that they eat that causes them to get a red color. So if they don't get that particular animal, then they don't get the red color, which is good because also it would color their bathroom. So when they go to the bathroom, they would have red snow everywhere. That's not a good look. We don't want that.
Let's be honest, if little ones see red everywhere, that's the first thing they're gonna think.
Something's
So,
happened.
nope, done.
So no, they don't
Yeah.
get that, which is fine. They get capelin and other types of fish, but mainly capelin. That's what I've seen in the food trucks. You kind of can see it if you look hard enough from like the top in the outside. Sorry, in the gallery. In the gallery, when you're looking into the habitat, you'll see these big metal trays. And that's where they get their food. And so we're also on the rockhopper. So they're like the smallest of the rockhopper, the southern rockhopper. But they have the ability to jump the height of the top of their head. So they could just standing box jump, a box in front of them that was like right at the top of their head, just jump up on it. Like with low effort. Like us, we have to bend our knees and get psyched up, warmed up. Then they're just like pop, and they're up. So, I mean, they take the rockhopper name seriously. And then the last one, you can't really see from here, but it's a gentoo. And when you look at our penguins, it's the ones with the white band, like headphones that come down over the side of their head. And that one is, I think is the friendliest when I've gone inside there and kind of interaction with them. Super friendly. Ooh, and then one of the features, and I know you always point it out, I saw it now twice. We've had 2 different guests with it. So you go in there, a Gen 2 comes up, his feathers like this, and he goes like this. And he bows to you. And that's like a greeting. Like I said, hey, I tell the guests what that happens to, it's like that's special. They decided that they're going to greet you. So I think it's kind of fun.
Ready for me?
Ready.
Yeah. Hi guys, my name is Mallory. I'm a senior arboriculturist, so I'll be bringing in one of our penguins to come in here and sit on that rock for you guys to meet. We are a large group, so how many families do we have, or parties? 1, 5? Okay, so what we've been doing, trialing, which seems to have worked fantastically, is we'll have you come up one family at a time. You'll get a family picture, and then while you're up there with the penguin, one at a time, you'll do a 2-finger touch just along the back, and then once everybody in your party has had a chance to touch and meet the penguin, we'll have you sit back down and have the next party come up. So usually I start from this side of the room and then work my way this way. Okay? And once everybody's had a chance to meet and touch the penguin to get the pictures, the penguin will go out with Yvonne and we'll go back to the habitat. I do tell people, especially large groups, that please be mindful. The penguin can only be out here for about 10 minutes. It is significantly warmer in here. It's about 32 degrees in the habitat. It's about 63 in here. So think of it as if you were to go out in the Texas summer heat and sit out there with a big parka on. It gets hot. So I want everyone to be able to meet our penguin. So just keep that in mind. Once everybody's had a chance to meet them and they leave the classroom, that's when I'll answer any questions you guys have. If you think of something on the spot while everybody's meeting them, please feel free to answer. Don't feel like you have to wait. But that's usually when I have if someone has a question is at the end. Sound good? All right, give me a moment. I'm going to go see who would like to come out. They do come voluntarily, so I'll kind of see who's interested. A lot of times we have a little gate in there and they'll come up to the gate. So I don't know what species, so we'll see. Okay?
That is actually really funny because they will go, they have 2 doors right there, the middle doors to go in. A little white gate about yay high. And they'll be, okay, who wants to come out? And the penguins will rush and they'll push each other out of the way. And it's like, and the other ones are like, I don't know, okay, fine, whatever. So they try to switch them around and rotate them, but there's always that
There are
one.
penguins that are like, no, I always try to do it.
You already came out, too bad. You can do it again. It is hilarious to see. So if you ever do get a chance to go in there and do the interaction, you will see a lot of them just hanging around the door. Like,
Oh yeah.
Are they leaving yet? And then when you try to
Even
leave,
some of the king ones.
yeah, when you try to leave, they'll be in front of you. Like you ain't leaving without me. They'll try to run out. It is hilarious, especially when you see it.
So then
Yeah. And like I said, they are the ones that volunteer to come out, and they're about to come out in a second. Oh, you'll enjoy this one.
All right, so this is Dill. Now, Dill has been molting, so this is probably one of the first times he's been out in a couple of weeks. So bear with me. If he jumps off the rock, loses interest, walks out of the classroom, we'll try again. Oh, we gets
You got
a fascination with boots. But if he does lose interest and decides he wants to leave, that is totally okay. We usually try to see if he wants to try again. If he's still showing he's not interested, then I'll go see if another penguin. I actually had 3 penguins running to the gate when I went here. So Dill was the quickest. Dill won the race, right, Dill? Yeah. Yeah. All right, we'll start on this end.
Alright.
Just you?
Yeah, just me.
Alrighty. Do you have another camera or phone that you want to use to take a picture?
No.
Or you want to just use a GoPro?
Yeah, you can.
Now, Dill is a Gen 2 penguin. He just turned 1 year
It's
old.
recording right
1 year
now?
old
Yeah.
in December. So we'll get your picture first. Dill! Can I turn this way? Turn this. Oh, we're gonna do the over the shoulder. All right, there we go. So what he's doing, he's like, oh, it's a little toasty in here. So they do trap air under their feathers. Their feathers kind of overlay like shingles on a house. So usually they'll kind of rustle those up, and that's releasing any trapped air. All right, so you can go ahead and touch him right on his back. He's got all new feathers, all nice and new, pretty feathers. Now these guys do molt once a year, so it's usually typically after breeding season. Okay, you want to try again? No?
It's like, I'm scared of what you said.
Good job. So what we'll do is we'll try one more time. Like I said, he's been, if he's not interested, we'll probably go get Chaco. Yeah. All right. You ready? Ready? You wanna come back? All right. All right. So we're gonna continue practicing with him. He doesn't always come out. When he does show interest in coming out, we'll have him come out. But he usually when they molt, it's what's called a catastrophic molt. So instead of like flighted birds, they'll lose 1 or 2 feathers at a time as the new ones grow in. These guys, they do it all at once. So they actually will stay out of the water and they'll fast for a couple of weeks. So typically they'll eat a bunch of fish at once, get all nice and fat, and then they will fast. And then it's basically the new feathers will push those old feathers out. And then if you see any in the habitat that kind of look like a big dandelion, and as they walk, feathers are blowing behind them, that's it's kind of comfortable. I would think like if you had like a bunch of mosquito bites, that's probably what I mean, I can't ask them like, hey, how are you feeling? So their bodies do swell up. So they're kind of grumpy around that time. So we noticed that at least. So maybe it's a little comfortable. It is a kind of a long process, it's like about 2 weeks. So, but once they're done, then they have all new feathers, and yeah. So when they go through the molting process and they're a tour bird, like they come out for tours, sometimes we have to re-practice a few times. So that was probably a first practice. We'll keep doing it, and then he'll be like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to stay here on the rock. So she's gonna go get Chaco. Chaco's a pro. He is also a year-old. He has been done molting for about 2-3 weeks now. So, and this is one of his favorite things is to come out. He's a southern rock hopper. So hopefully he didn't go, oh darn, he beat me. I literally they were racing. Does anybody have any questions while we wait for Chaco? Who is it? Handsome boy!
Not me.
There's a big group. Come here, come on. So this is Chaco. Come on. Hi, buddy. Hello. All right. So this is Chaco. Same thing. All right. So when our next family come up, we'll get our family picture first. What do you think? You got to come out anyway, I know.
Just take pictures from it.
I'll just take a picture. Sometimes if you do that, it's blurry.
Oh, okay.
All right, Chaco.
You see us are okay?
If you got anything shiny dangling, he may show interest. Okay. Look this way, I know, look this way. We're going to talk. Chaco. Chaco. They're very curious, so they do see in color. Look at the purple on your shirt. So anything brightly colored, sparkly, shiny, they usually will they're curious about. They'll use their beak to kind of touch, feel. It's kind of like hands for them. All right, if you're ready, you can touch your hands back one at a time.
It's so soft. You want to pet the penguin?
Just watch your face. He may not mean it, but I wouldn't want you to get poked in the eyeball.
It's so fluffy.
He said, okay, bye. Yeah, I know. Haven't heard what a rock hopper sounds like. That's what they sound like. Kind of like a cackle mixed with like a donkey sound.
Yeah, I heard.
All right, and your lanyards, you can either tuck them in for me or take them off or put them behind you, just so they're not dangling in his face. Perfect. Come around the rock. We'll get our picture first. All right, ready, Chaco? We're gonna take a picture. Say cheese, Chaco. Chaco, we're taking a picture.
The shoes. We got bright shoes.
Oh yeah, he's like, oh.
Oh, yeah.
He's looking at the tassels on your pants. Very curious. I know, that's funny, huh? All right, so if you want one at a time, you can do touch right on his back.
It's a little fluffer. I don't know why I expected a rough back.
Yeah, people think that they would have their feathers be more coarse, or some people say that they feel smooth like a dolphin. But yeah, they have very tiny little skinny feathers, and they overlay like shingles on a house, and there's about 75 to 100 of them per square inch on their body. All right, our next party will come up. You're doing so good. Yes, you are.
Do all the penguins have different calls?
Put on video?
Yeah, so the Southern Rockers, that's basically how they sound like. I'm sure if you were to individually listen to one and listen to another one, there might be a little bit of variation.
Right.
The King's trumpet is the only one that I can like based on like on my ears can hear the difference.
Okay.
These guys, it's really, they sound similar to me.
Okay.
like your jacket.
All right, we gotta take a picture. Come up here. Come on, I know. All right. It's kind of like taking a picture with an infant. You just keep on smiling. Ta-da! He's like, I like this. I like this. The zipper here. All right. All right. So if you want to one at a time, just touch right on his back. You're talkative today. I mean, what am I saying? You're always talkative.
Oh my god.
He was with Shanda. As soon as I brought Zill back, he's like,
There's a chance we're gonna come out. I know. I felt so bad. He was just like,
He's so soft.
he's soft. And you see his crest feathers are really short compared to, well, they kind of look like that. There's some that have a little bit longer. So when he went through his first adult molt, he actually didn't have those crest feathers just yet. So they actually will go an entire year without any crest feathers, and it'll look like a whole different species of penguin.
How did
All right, everyone got the touch? Yes, we'll have you sit back down. Have our last family come up. Yeah, so he just got those little crest feathers, and we're all used to him not having them, so it's kind of weird. He looks like a big boy. Here you go. All right, Choco. Last photo. Last photo. Choco. Handsome boy. All right, if you one at a time, go ahead and touch them on your back. You're just now noticing this? This has been sitting here for like 10 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
That makes sense.
What is that? Remember, we got a chance to touch?
Yeah.
Perfect. Have you sit back down. All right, what do you think? You want to talk on the side? Yeah. Good job, buddy. Perfect. You did so good. Yes, you did. All right, so we're going to have him walk back out with Yvonne. Now, sometimes they don't want to leave this room. They do find this room fun and enriching. Oh, yeah, buddy. Come on. Good. All right, good. I know. And sometimes I feel like they procrastinate. They're like, oh, well, this spot wasn't here yesterday.
He's like, no.
There we go. There we go. He knows where to go, but yeah, so usually we'll practice with them when they're little, or if they're showing interest in coming out, we'll show them without anybody in here and get them desensitized this room. So usually it's birds that find this room enriching that are like really interested in coming out. So you guys are rewarding for them. Any questions before you guys head out? No? You're sure? Just wanted to meet the
Can I have your job?
I worked really long and hard to have this job. So I worked with birds a total of a little over 14 years. So I worked with, I started off at a pet store. So everybody knows Polly's Pet Shop in Universal City. That's where I started. So just small birds, hand raising little baby birds. And then also then I started working with macaws and birds of prey, training those for about 5 years with Busch Gardens and SeaWorld here in Orlando. So
Maybe your penguins are your favorite?
Mm-hmm. Penguins, I was like, once I was living in Florida and I saw Orlando's exhibit or habitat, it's open, there's not a glass. So you literally walk in and they're just there. And I was like, that's the first time I ever met a king penguin named Pearl. And I cried and I was like, I want to take care of penguins. So almost 10 years later, finally here. So I've been here in this position about 2 years.
So you would say when you saw that penguin, you were like, yeah, no, that's what you
Yeah, I was like, that's the next species of bird I want to take care of. Yeah. So I did the training part of it with macaws, birds of prey, for about 5 years, and then had some life changes where I had to move back to Texas, and I worked as a veterinary technician for about 3.5 years. So got the medical side of it, and then I realized I really miss working with birds and just sharing them with people. So This was like my third time applying. So I tried several times and didn't get it, and I kept trying. So yeah.
Now you're here.
Now I'm here, and I get to share them with everybody. So
I have a question. I get asked a lot. Do the penguins recognize their names?
Some of them. So I'm been testing that theory out. I think so, but also it may be the tone of voice. So I do. So Pickles will come if I yell Pickles, but also if she hears my voice. Pickles is the, I have a very strong bond with her. She's a 5-year-old Gentoo penguin, and I can call to her, and she will come from the other side of the habitat, even out of the water, and come to me. But also if I'm in an interaction and I start talking, I notice Choco will come over. Choco is who you just met. Pickles will come over, and then Coda. Coda is a king penguin that is just turned a year old, and I raised him. He's very bonded to me. I think it's the voice, but then they do have the ability to associate. So when we do what we call water feed, so we'll toss fish into the water to kind of simulate how they would naturally eat in their natural environment, we will yell out the word water, and a lot of them will start running from other parts of the habitat and jumping into the water, so they know that we're going to toss fish in the water. So I feel like I don't know how much it's studied, but I feel like there is, some association there. I don't know if it's like the way I say it, like if I go Pickles, if the way I say it, or if it's just my voice. That is a big part of it. That is definitely a big part of it. Yeah. Because if I go in there and I have one of my other coworkers who's not as strongly bonded with Pickles, goes Pickles, and she'll just, But if I yell Pickles, yeah. So I'm like, it's interesting.
That's a nice voice.
Yeah, they definitely recognize people. Ask, do they recognize us? Yes. I've gone on vacation for a week and I've come back, and I get vocalizations like that when I come back and they see me for the first time from being on vacation. They act like I've been gone for a million years. So it's rewarding. Yeah. So thanks guys for coming to say hi to us and see our penguins. We really enjoy sharing them with you guys. So have fun today. Nice meeting you. Thanks. You're welcome.
Go this way. After they finish washing their hands, go this way. We're gonna wait a second because the other group just came out and they're gonna wash their hands first, and then we'll wash our hands. And
Let's do that
But yeah, another thing too that I will say, that's one of the questions I get a lot. Like, do they recognize your names? Do they recognize voices? There is a young lady that came here. That used to work with them 17 years ago. Some of the penguins. She came in for an interaction, started talking, and there was one penguin in particular that ran right to her. The same one that she helped raise. So I believe that they do recognize voices and longevity. Yeah, and according to the agriculturist, the penguin was super ecstatic to go up to her, and she was crying because they haven't seen each other for so long. So yeah, so just things like that. And any other questions you might have, anything you might like to know? Can you take one of these penguins home with you? No, you cannot. If you wanted to, you would have to take more than one, and be at least 6. 2, you have to have a place that's big enough for them to live on. Your house has to be at least 32 degrees. So there's a lot of things to go to. And plus, I'll have to put your name on the waiting list, and we're at number 8,000 right now, and we're still working on number 1. So just so you know, there is a chance. The oldest penguin that we have right now, I believe, is 34 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How long did they live?
It varies because depending on which species, different ages. Like that one right there, that's one of the oldest ones that we have, which is the chin strap. The chin strap, one of the main things is, besides them having a nice little hook at the end of their beak, when they come up, they don't mean to, but if they like to pick, you'll feel it. It's like somebody pinching you. The little one going, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention, which is awesome. But they don't have a fear of anything. They don't have a flight reflex. They fight because they know everything else is bigger than them. And everything that's out to chase them is a predator. So they will fight for their lives. Knowing that there's a 99% chance they're not going to be able to fend them off, but they still will. Plus, their communities are between 1 million and 2 million penguins at a time. Yeah. So they're huge. So, safety in numbers. Yep. And they are also the only true black and white penguins that we have here. Everybody else has a little bit of coloration, either on the beak, like Chaco that just came out, on the sides, or the crests. Sorry, not Chaco. big pickles. The first one. And then Chaco being the rock hopper. Sorry, it's just we have over 200 different penguins, and I don't remember most of their names. They all look alike to me, except for those. And plus, I'm older, so kind of like Yeah. So, did you like the penguin? Yeah.
The penguin as well?
Was it cool? Did you have fun? Mm-hmm. All right. This is their rock, and like I was saying, they can literally just without bending any knees and jump that high. I don't know how they do it, and it's hilarious when you see them because people always ask me, how do they climb up there? I know they jump.
They jump.
Like, seriously?
Like rock at a time, but.
Yeah. And then once in a while, you'll see one of them, they feel kind of a little froggy. And what I mean by that is they'll be on the top and they're like, and they'll land on the ice and slide right down. Us, we would feel it. For them, they just bounce up like nothing, which is hilarious. But yeah, are they almost done?
You're getting there.
They're getting
We're having
there.
the after talk.
Well, that's them.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess when you go ahead and start taking them out of your life, we'll start warming up.
Give one drink.
Oh yeah, please. Yeah, I'm sorry. Please go ahead.
It belongs to SeaWorld now.
Yeah, no.
So you be washing hands and all
Yeah,
that? It would interrupt them.
Huh?
It would interrupt them.
Well, we can do the wash. Oh, you take them back
Outside
inside.
is what I was thinking.
Yeah, we can do that.
So we can kind of scoot past them.
Yeah, we can do that. We'll do that. Because we have other places to continue going, but yeah. Thank you very much. One of the things I want to say, thanks for your tours that you all coming over here. Part of the proceeds goes back to us rescuing more animals. So I really do appreciate it. And I would just say this, make sure you wash his hands really good because of that rock.
Yes. Asa, did you like seeing the penguin?
Didn't I just see you not too long ago?
Yeah.
I didn't even know I was going to be here doing stuff. So I was like, hey, I know him. Okay. So was it everything you expected? The tour?
I mean, I kind of figured I was hoping we'd see a little bit more of the habitats and stuff. So.
That's what you're going to take you right now? Into the inside?
Oh, yeah.
You can actually see part of the habitat of the Disney. That's what he did. I already did that with my group, so I don't have to do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you're in the habitat. So you have the room of. Oh, is there availability? Yeah.
You want to take your group inside? I already did mine, so we're good. You can take yours if you want.
Yeah. Well, when they're done watching, we can start going. You don't have to stay. So if you wash your hands, follow me this way. We can have the wander off.
I smashed my finger.
I was going to make a joke, but I'm not. Put your finger at me. You did?
It had to be my finger. It doesn't hold it. No.
My son would be like, look, you're showing everybody. I'm like, dude.
I usually do, but it hurts too much right now, so I'm like, I'm not in my joking world.
Okay.
It's just, it won't hold. It's too numb, it's too...
So are you tired? You seem tired.
Well, the reason why he made chocolate is because on the side, you've got like different colorations. They look like birthmarks. So they look like chocolate chips, but chocolate. And his sister's name is Rocco. And then we got Pickles, the one we had earlier. And another one named
See you at the next tour.
Yeah.
we have another